Hello, thank you for joining me today as I show you how I created this cute little doodle of a chick fresh from the egg with the shell still on its head. After I colored it in, I thought it would make a pretty cute Easter card for my daughter who came up with the idea. I started by drawing the rough shape of the chick with a pencil so that I would get the proportions just the way I wanted them, including the big head, the small body, and the eyes right in the center of the head with a 1 centimeter space in between and 1 centimeter wide eyes. This card is made with a half sheet of cardstock, and so it is 4¼ inches wide. I start by drawing the big round eyes, and I am trying to make them round and exactly the same size, and you can see they're not. So I go back to the other eye and I add just a little bit to make it the right size. And then I'm going to draw 2 circles to leave white for the dew points in the eyes. And after that, then I just fill in all around. I like to start by using a circle shape around the dew points and trying to follow the contours of the eye. I make little tiny movements all around throughout the eye until the entire eye is filled in, and I go back and do the same thing on the other eye. Then after the eyes are filled in, I just go back and I make any adjustments I need to with my black pen, making sure that the eyes are the same size and the same shape. And large eyes are super cute, so it does not cause any problems at all to add a little to the space. Then I am ready to draw the general shape of my eggshell hat, and I just was trying to make it a little bigger than the chick, and then I put my wings on with that pencil again, just so I have something to guide me as I draw, and the general shape of my feet, and there I have my chick. I tried to make the curve of the shell both smooth and consistent. Along the bottom, I make a jagged edge for the broken shell, and you can see that as I go and make my shell, I'm actually making minor adjustments in the shape to try to create a shape that works the best. Here I do a completely different jagged line because I think it will look better being just a little further from the eyes. Starting just below the shell, I create a somewhat bumpy line coming down the side of the chick's face, and I am using little bits of vibration on my pencil and finding little spots where I can make a bit of a divot and even leaving spaces occasionally in my lines. As I come down the shoulder and then go up the wing, I continue to try and make a slightly bumpy line with little spaces in it so that this chick looks like he has a soft edge to his body. And I just go over and do the other shoulder the same way, moving my pen up and down a little to give those spaces and those bumps. And there he has 2 cute little wings. I then go up and draw his little beak, which is like an upside down triangle, missing the top. And then I go back down and use more of those shaky little movements to finish that round contour of the bottom of that chick's chubby little body. And then for his legs, I use a smooth line, curving the back of each leg in so that when I curve the fronts of the legs in, the legs end up wider at the top and wider at the bottom. And then you can see that when I drew the feet initially, I just drew 3 little lines. I think of leaving a space for 3 little lines inside of the feet and outline around where that would be. Then I go back and erase all of those pencil marks that helped me to make sure that I was getting my proportions correct and placing my chick as I wanted it placed. And there I have one cute little chick doodle. Before I send this out as a greeting card, I decided to make some spiky grass down at the bottom and 3 little flowers, which I made kind of squishy. If you see, the petals are sort of flat. On each of the flowers, I made the side petals wider and the top and bottom petals pointing just at an angle, no petals really pointing up, because I just wanted this to look more like flat ground. And as part of the background, it's actually growing in the grass. So here is my card after I colored it in with my colored pencils. And I have been noticing that I'm getting some pretty distinct lines with my colored pencils, and I wanted to try a blending pencil, which I've been hearing about. So I actually did purchase a blending pencil from Prismacolor, and I just went back and I layered more of the same color along with using that blending pencil, and I just went back and did blending and then coloring and blending and coloring. And it was a little bit time consuming, but I did notice that every time I put another layer on, it did look a lot smoother. So the chick and the shell both have the blending, but the other parts do not. Thanks for watching as I created this little chick doodle and turned it into an Easter card for my daughter. I hope that you are able to find some time to enjoy yourself watching art or creating art and maybe sharing it with someone too.